These Roman restrictions on women did not exist in many of the areas that Rome attempted to conquer, which could lead to conflict. One example of these conflicts occurred in the British Isles, when the Celtic king Prasutagus, who had been allied with Rome, in his will left his kingdom to his daughters to be ruled jointly. Celtic law at that time did not have the Roman restriction on property ownership or inheritance for women, or even in terms of military service or general legal standing. In fact, around the same time in northern England, Queen Catamadra ruled over large parts of what is now northern England and had negotiated treaties with the Romans directly. But reportedly, when Prasutagus died, the Romans ignored his will. They not only attempted to annex the land, but they raped the king's daughters and beat his wife, Boudica. This led the king's wife to lead a revolt against the Romans. Boudica's forces won an early victory, destroying a Roman fort located near what is modern-day Colchester and forcing the Romans to flee. Boudica and the forces then continued on to Londinium, near what is now modern-day London, and burned that settlement to the ground as well. Her forces continued on to burn another settlement near what is now modern-day St. Albans. Roman accounts estimated that around 70,000 to 80,000 Romans were killed in the attacks, although most modern historians believe this number is an exaggeration. What most do agree on is that Boudica and her supporters' goal was to remove the Romans from the island entirely, rather than to take prisoners. The Romans were eventually able to bring additional forces to the island to put down the rebellion, due in part to Romans previously disarming many of the local groups in the years prior as part of peace negotiations. History is awkward.